Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. Today on How Not to Play Rock Guitar, I want to show you guys how you can combine string skipping, hybrid picking, and triad arpeggios to play some devastating lead lines. Let's do it. I put a video up on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago playing this little etude, as you might like to call it, and I got quite a few comments and quite a few private messages asking about what I'm doing with my right hand when I'm playing it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, which you totally should, I post a lot of photos of my cats and they're really cute, so do it for that reason alone. Here's the clip. Watching that back, it's a little bit rushed and out of time in some places, and yeah, there's a lot of gain and a lot of delay, but you know, you do it for the gram. Nevertheless, this is combining string skipping triad arpeggios, which I stole from Paul Gilbert on his first Intense Rock video. We'll talk about that in a second. And hybrid picking, which is where you use your pick and your other fingers on your hand to play notes. So let's talk about the triad shapes first. A quick recap. If you're not aware of Intense Rock, go and watch it. It's like the best shred instructional ever. But I guess these shapes are, in a way, good for two things. They avoid the kind of barring rolling technique that you might get if you have an A minor arpeggio around the 7th fret, which I was just never good at. So you can either go down the Yngwie route and use right hand muting. You can do the Frank Gambale thing and kind of roll your first finger. You can do the Jason Richardson thing where he doesn't bar, he uses his middle finger. And Jason's pretty good at playing arpeggios, so maybe there's something in that. But I really like these string skip shapes because they kind of feel like a pentatonic scale. They feel a little bit more at home, and it makes it easier to incorporate these arpeggios into everyday bluesy playing. So the shape would be fret 7, the root note A, on the D string, then fret 5 and 9 on the G, and we would hammer those notes on. I play them with a little economy downstroke. You can use 2 downstrokes, you can use 2 upstrokes, you can use alternate picking, whatever. The important thing is that you skip the B string and you play 5, 8, 5 as a hammer on and pull off on the high E, and you use your middle finger to pluck it. So that's the basic little shape there. The thing I like about that, I barely have to move my right hand. I basically position it so that I can do that little economy stroke here, and so that my middle finger is always ready to go. In fact, if you want to, you can probably just hammer on out of nowhere for these notes as well. Kind of whatever way you like. Take it and do your own thing with it. That is the point. Then we roll it through an F major arpeggio around the 15th fret. And a D minor arpeggio as well. And you can see there's that very particular sequence in there. We're going to see tab on the screen in a second. I would recommend just starting with the straight up and down arpeggio and then learn the sequence. So start with this. Then try the sequence. All right, then there's a cool little A minor 7 to G major arpeggio thing. Again, I'm just kind of doing stuff Paul Gilbert was doing 30, 35 years ago. Fret 12, 14, and 17 on the G, fret 12, 15, and 17 on the E. That's the little shape there, and we kind of cycle up to the E, come back, and then play the full 6-note pattern. So it's a pattern of 6, and then another pattern of 6. First 6, next 6. And as many hammer-ons and pull-offs as you like. Then we move up to a G major shape right here around fret 15 and 19. Probably the hardest part about all of this once you get the right-hand stuff down is that slide there and landing that. The reason being that very last note sets us up to repeat the pattern. So that little sequence. So pretty much straightforward triads, except for that little A minor 7 tucked around here. That's a really cool little line to practice as well. Also, right-hand muting is really important with all of this. That's why I like the hybrid picking, because you can kind of get the muting right, then you don't have to move it. and go really, really muted if you like. Alrighty, let's hear all of that at 100 beats per minute, then 130 beats per minute, then 160 beats per minute with some tab. Now on the clip, I played it on my favorite guitar, my PRS SC245, which is in drop C. And in my opinion, adding lots of gain, lots of delay, reverb, kind of whatever makes you comfortable when you play this stuff. It's all about those extra flavors on there and really going over the top with it, because this is a pretty ridiculous technique and it's fun to do ridiculous techniques with ridiculous tones. So I'm going to play that at 200 beats per minute, or I should say attempt to play it at 200 beats per minute with my single cut, heaps of gain, heaps of delay, all the stuff that I like that puts me in my happy place. There is going to be a backing track in standard tuning with tempos of 100, 130 and 160 beats per minute so that you guys can have a crack at it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to play this and post it on Instagram, tag me. I would love to see you guys take a crack at this. In the meantime, enjoy me trying to play this at a ridiculous speed, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.